everybody, this is Jay Jones. I'm here with Vill Wright.
What up, yo?
And this is 21st Dynasty for Christ TV.
21st Dynasty for Christ TV. You are now tuned in to Vill Wright himself, and this is Jay Jones. Doings.
Hello, I'm Jay Jones, and I'm here with Vill Wright. He is a hip-hop artist that is signed with 21st Dynasty for the independent record label out of Bronx, New York. I'm here today just to ask him a couple of questions and to get to know him, being that his debut album, Under Construction, is underway. So, Vill Wright, how are you?
I'm well myself. Sure.
I'm doing good. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining 21st Dynasty for Christ TV. I'm really glad that you decided to come to an interview with us.
Thank you for having me. I mean, it's real hot outside. It's cold in here, so thank you for making me comfortable.
You're very welcome. The New York weather is no joke. Yeah. But first things first, let me ask you the first question. I'm sure many of your listeners would like to know, where were you born and raised?
Well, I was born in Jamaica, Southern Westmont, and raised in the Bronx, man. Uptown boy. From Hull Avenue to Gun Hill Road, Valley to Co-op City, back to Seymour Avenue, Boston Road. I'm just an uptown boy all the way around. 5 line, 2 line.
Okay, so you were born in Jamaica, but mostly raised in New York.
Uptown Bronx,
Uptown Bronx, you heard of people.
Uptown.
Vill Wright, Uptown Bronx, you heard it. Okay. How would you describe your high school career? Like, what was your high school experience, and what high school did you go to?
Well, I went to Theodore Roosevelt High School. Shouts to everybody in arts, Fordham High School for the arts. My high school experience was, I actually first went into a studio throughout high school. So it was a great experience because I was actually developing my talent more around that time. And, I learned a lot. And I discovered, who I am as a person in high school, believe it or not. And since then, God's taken me on an endless journey, and now I'm here. But for the most part, I would say a lot of my music started in high school. Recording, making demos, whatever it was, it started in high school. 17, 16 at the time, 15.
Okay, so your memories of high school are mostly musically related.
Right, and relationship breakups, and real life gang violence, like getting beat up in front of the whole foreign world,
wow.
Those two, I just didn't include those, you feel me? That as well.
Okay. Who would you say, or what would you say inspired you to become a full-fledged music artist
Other than just having it in my blood, I feel like it was just a desire that God put in my heart from my very first started. Just at 5 years old, 6 years old, I used to rap at night. I had the ashiest knees, but that wouldn't stop me from rapping. I was on the floor doing somersaults and spinning. And just was my father. He always had music in his blood. He did a lot of music, and for the most part, I feel like he didn't go far with it. And then I always took it up. I kind of carried the torch, but I looked at my father as somebody I can identify with, and saw him doing the music, and it kind of made me want to push that as a career as well.
Okay. Okay. How would you say that your real life experiences, influence the writing of your music? Would you say it's 100% mostly your real life experiences that are put into the writing of your music, or would you say it's half and half?
I would say, going back to one thing my father taught me was, he says, as long as the world keeps turning and God is, and this is God's universe, you can never run out of lyrics. So you wake up and you're inspired, you live the things you take in on a daily basis, you're inspired by it, and just what it's experience. I would say 95% of it is dealing with a lot of my own experiences growing up, or just the things I see nowadays. A lot of things that transpire, just as well as biblical references, just as well as a lot of spiritual backgrounds, and just as well as anybody else's experience.
Okay.
I would say the other 5% is just me being creative.
Alright, so Okay, so you can say that it's safe to say that your music and the way you write is pretty much influenced by your day-to-day life experiences and things that you've gone to. It's pretty much safe to say that the listeners are listening to your music and getting the feel of authenticity of who you are.
Yeah. Basically, 95% of it's from the heart, just like you said.
Heard it from the heart, his music. He's a writer, lyricist, you heard it. Okay. Alright, on to the next question. At the end of the day, what message would you like your music to deliver to the listeners?
That I'm a human being just as anybody else. I would like them to understand that, yeah, I do have a spiritual background. Just growing up, and it took a journey by myself and kind of develop my relationship with God. Just that I'm human. I think a lot of people see, or hear from an artist and they identify with you and they can relate to you so much that they get beyond the fact and just look at the stardom and look at the fame. If that makes any sense. So I kind of just let them know I'm just a normal individual, just as anybody else. But I can see why they can look at you, at that level.
Okay.
And talented.
And the next question is, what genre would you place your music in, and would you place your music in a specific type of genre in the first place? How would you describe your music?
I would hip hop, because it's more so a culture. It's the things I grew up knowing. It's the way how you carry yourself. That is hip hop. It's a culture. So my music is just an expression of that in the form of the things I've experienced, the things I grew up seeing. And I would place it in that genre. A lot of people say, well, quote unquote gospel rap. And the reason why I don't put it in the bracket of gospel rap is because my relationship with God is separate from, how I deliver my music. It's just, you're just seeing that and you're getting that from it because it's me. It's what I live on a daily basis. And if I speak to God on a regular, I'm going to let you know that through my music. You understand? And that's, how I identify just with the rest of the world, and just back, like I was saying again, with my relationship with God. So it's my spirituality is part of me, so I reflect that in my music.
So would you say that your music is kind of spiritually hip-hop based?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Exactly that.
Okay, alright. That is good to know. You heard that. Vill Wright, the hip-hop artist, his music is spiritually hip-hop based, which, that's something that's a part of the hip-hop culture, and I believe always has been, that spirituality about an artist and who they are and how they live their life on a day-to-day basis. So, and the last question is, what story is your album going to tell? Is there a story that your album tells, and when you sum it all together and from the first track to the end track, what story does your album tell?
From the first track to the end track, first of all, the title of the album is Under Construction. So the whole idea and the whole concept behind that was inspired by the Holy Spirit. And the reason why I say that is because I was so fixated on trying to get a title for my album and what this project was going to be about, and God kind of just placed it in my heart. And that's how the Holy Spirit really led me to developing the album. You get a lot of my real life experiences, and the whole concept of Under Construction is just showing you, the audience, that I'm not perfect. As just as well as just knowing that I've been baptized, just knowing that, I share a relationship with God. It doesn't make me holy, it doesn't make me perfect all the way. We all struggle, and I'm struggling just as the average individual, or the human, for that matter. And it's just to get them to understand that, just as well as seeing and hearing my testimony, things that I've been through within my album, because I'm sharing my life experiences with you, and just going from that and saying, well, he's not a perfect individual, and if God is working on him, why can't I just accept God and he can work on me as well? And that's the idea.
Okay.
So boom, I just told you, I just gave it to you. Now what I'm going to do? Now they can't listen to it.
That's not true, you guys. You can still listen to the album, because you're going to have to listen word for word. The story, you're going to have to know what stories he is talking about.
I was surprised. So good, though.
No, you just pulled in your...
I just pulled in. So just in case y'all didn't understand, now y'all understand the logic behind it. That's
behind
cool, right?
Yeah, the logic behind it, the genius, the logic
the
behind
genius,
your work.
right? I like that word. The genius. How you say it?
The genius.
The genius. That's an easy word. I know that word. Why can't I pronounce it?
It's a method to his madness, people. Trust me, I know. There is a method to his madness. Don't you have a hoodie with us, a piece of merchandise with the actual cover of your album on it?
I do.
Would you like to bring it over here?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Should have backed me out before the stage.
Let
me get
Oh, and again, thank you for being tuned in with 21st Dynasty for Christ TV. I'm Jay Jones, Miss Jay Jones, and this is Vill Wright. He's an artist signed to 21st Dynasty Court record label out of Bronx, New York.
Right.
Like we said, Bronx affiliated. And this is the
this is a promotion sweater, promotion hoodie. Of course, this is the artwork for the album. Really Wright, of course, myself and 21st Dynasty for Christ, the label I'm signed under, just as well as TMG, partnership with TMG. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to Rough Riders. You know I had to do it. Yeah, this is the artwork for the album.
Yeah, this is it.
It's the cover, y'all. So definitely come get you a copy. It's gonna be available at Fun the Sun for the first time.
Got the angels and the measuring tape, and they got the tools working on you and everything. All right.
I like how you just put that together. Like you see this though. So
yeah, I see it.
Good job.
I see it. I see it.
That's
You're
what's
under
up.
construction. I see that.
Right, I'm under construction. Clearly.
This sounds like this should be like a trilogy type of thing happening at the beginning, the middle, and the end.
Right.
But there is no end.
It's an endless journey.